This is a story about how the city attorney produced an opinion for the wrong road.
Point of order. I made a motion. I'd like to make a comment on it.
Do you want to speak to that?
Yes, I would. This has to do with the assets of the city. We just had a long discussion about the assets of the city. I truly believe that this is a public right-of-way. It's a public asset, and that it needs to be declared so and protected. And that's the reason for my motion.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I apologize for that oversight.
Thank you.
Councilmember Leonard?
I don't disagree at all with the two previous speakers. I believe that the taxpayers have paid for two opposing decisions, and I would like to
point of order.
Excuse me.
Deputy Mayor Stecker, Councilmember Leonard has the floor.
And I believe that the two opposing opinions should
Point of order.
Deputy Mayor Stecker, you're out of order. Councilmember Leonard has the floor.
We have a council member disclosing information that's confidential to this council in her comments before the disclosure is voted on, and you consider me to be out of order?
Deputy Mayor Stecker, Councilmember Leonard is speaking to the motion. You've disclosed in your motion that you have a legal opinion that is attorney-client privilege.
That's it.
There may
I
be
didn't say whether it's pro or con.
There may be an amendment to the main motion in Councilmember Leonard's comments.
No.
Councilmember Leonard.
As I was saying, we have paid for two opinions, and I think both opinions should be made available. I also would like to see, because there is a lot of ambiguity and just lack of information on this issue, I would like to see this added to an agenda item as soon as it's possible, so we can have an open discussion, find out what it means, and if there is a city asset, then we need to obviously do something about that. Thank you.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? The motion before us is to release the legal opinion from DEMCO to the public. All those in favor, please say yes.
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 Opposed, say no. Did everybody vote on that? Okay.
But I also move that
No. We can't consider your motion at this time. We have not finished voting. All those in favor, please say yes.
Can we clarify, please, what we're voting on? I'm
Yes,
not sure if
we're
there's an
voting.
amendment made there.
There was not. We're voting on your motion, which I restated, which was to release the legal opinion from DEMCO to the public. That's the motion before us. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. I abstain. I don't believe we have enough information. Now, Councilmember Leonard?
Ms. Price, do you want to make your motion and I'll be happy to second it, or shall I?
I'm not going to make it with a motion.
All right, then I make a motion that we also release to the public the first opinion that we received on the 250th Street.
Okay.
Anything else but an opinion at this time. So I'm happy with that.
Is there a second?
I'll second that for discussion purposes.
There's a motion and a second. Councilmember Leonard, would you like to speak to your motion?
Well, as I said, the taxpayers have paid for two opinions. We're willing to make one public. I can't understand why we wouldn't make the second one public. And I think that when we have them both out there, that we'll be able to form an opinion. As the mayor said herself, she was forced to abstain because she doesn't have enough information. I don't have enough information. There are some people on the council apparently who are quite comfortable forming an opinion based on their work experience. I don't have that experience, and I haven't felt that I received enough information to be able to interpret this. So I look forward to having this on the agenda item.
Deputy Mayor Stecker?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Councilmember Leonard said she's not comfortable forming an opinion on what to do, yet she just voted yes to release a document. That's all I have to say.
Councilmember Price?
I'm not going to be in favor of this motion because I don't believe that it's it's in the best interest of the city and meets the needs of our citizens. And I think it's misrepresented. So, I cannot support it.
Councilmember Brochet?
Well, I'm going to vote no on this, but I think, we've heard a lot about why people don't trust government, and we have 2 documents and we're going to selectively disclose one. Well, I don't know, maybe the people are right, but I'm going to vote no on this as well.
Councilmember Raskin?
So, I actually agree with Councilmember Brochet about trusting government, and I'm going to vote yes. I think the community has the right to see the information and form their own opinions. The answer is, if you can give out information to the public and it's not going to damage us, I'd say go ahead, and it gives you an opportunity to see the differences in how our law firms operate and what their opinions that they'll form are, how it's presented to you. So I am in favor of actually releasing this to the public, and I think more information is better than less. Been a fan of not going into executive session, trying to release stuff, which has bit me once before with Brightwater issue. But I agree with Councilmember Brochet's concept that this is going to reduce the confidence in government. I disagree with voting no. I think we should release it.
I would have to agree with Councilmember Raskin. Because the previous motion passed and the other document will be released, I will be voting in favor of releasing the other opinion as well. So the motion before us, Councilmember Haney?
Interestingly enough, I agree with that as well in the respect that I found that if you look long enough and hard enough, sometimes not even that hard or that long, you can find an opinion about anything, and many opinions. And I think that's what we have here, 2 different opinions, and I think our citizens deserve to see those opinions in the light of day. So, there's probably a good many more, but we certainly do have a couple that they've been asking about and been concerned about, and I think it's only right that we should, at this point in time, that we share that.
Deputy Mayor Stecker?
I find the first opinion to be seriously flawed.
Let's see. Flawed. An imperfection often concealed that impairs soundness. A defect or shortcoming in something intangible. A defect in a legal document that can render it invalid. Okay, I think we got it.
I don't believe it's in the best interest of the public, the decision itself. Although I do believe it's in the best interest of the public to understand why it's flawed and how it was written.
Now, how'd they know it was flawed?
And I would hope people would invest time in reviewing these 2 particular documents. They're clear as a bell, and they point to more than just the decision. So I'll be voting yes on this.
Councilmember Price?
I would be voting no on this because I think that it's flawed. I agree with Councilmember Stecker. If it is flawed, then why should we confuse the issue by throwing out flawed information?
If they knew it was flawed, why would they use it in the court litigation?
So I believe that the council should take a stance on the second opinion, and that why backstep and say 2 different things. I don't know why. It's flawed. The council's going to have to step up to the plate and say what they believe in. I think that releasing the second one was a step up to the plate, but obviously if we do this, we're not making that decision.
Council, the motion before us is to release the first opinion, legal opinion, to the public. All in favor, please say yes. Yes. Opposed, say no.
No.
I'm going to abstain. Choice.
Motion passes. Thank you, Council.
And that is the story of how the city attorney produced an opinion for the wrong road.